Okay, folks, listen, if you know my videos, you know that I always tell you that the man and the sun are codes that they use in all their unbelievable stories on television, okay? And I'm going by like I said, I have a big hunch here, folks, that something bad is going to happen to this Aquaman guy. And notice that it's got the man, right, in Aquaman. And who is the guy that plays Aquaman? So let's see what Aquaman's name is that's right next to these two creatures. Aquaman, his name is Jason. Okay, he's got the sun in his name. You got the sun and the man, right? Look, folks, I'm telling you, you better pay attention closely because this video should blow your mind after I show you what I'm going to show you. Anyway, so he's got the sun in his name, and it was called Aquaman. And I told you, Aquaman has to do with the water, right? He's like basically the water god. And water equals 6722, 6832, which equals the exact same as Elvis. So anything to do with water is connected to Elvis. 6722, 6832. Exact same as water. All right? Okay, so now that I've established that Aquaman has something to do with water, and he's like basically a water god, and it's got the man, and he had the sun in his name, right? Jason. And if you've been watching my videos, you know that the 1 and 6 is very important because Elvis was born in the first month, Trump born in the 6th month. They're the devil twins. And Elvis died on August 16th, which is the 16th day, right? And Elvis also died in Tennessee. And Tennessee's the 16th state. Everything is about the 16. And the insurrection was on 1/6, remember? So everything has to do with the 16, right? Anyway, so they got divorced after 16 years just recently, like I said. Anyway, like I said, Tennessee's the 16th state where Elvis died. And I told you he died on the 16th day of the month, you see? And I told you Trump was born in the 6th month and Elvis was born in the 1st month, January. Okay? And the insurrection happened on January 6th, 1/6, which was 2 days before Elvis's birthday. Elvis's birthday's on 1/8. Anyway, so that's all about the 16, okay? They're getting a divorce after 16 years together. And how old was Elvis when he died? 42 years old. You see how old Jason Momoa is? 42 years old. And look at his birth date, 8/1. Elvis is born on 1/8. You see that? It's the same numbers, but backwards. January is the 1st month, so it's 1/8. And Momoa was born on 8/1. So if you go from Elvis's birthday to his birthday, there's 206 days in between. And why is this important, the 206? That's the area code for Seattle, 206. And if you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm predicting that after a spectacular event in Seattle on June 11th, somehow Elvis, his name or the number of his name or his image manifests, okay, after this spectacular event in Seattle on June 11th. And Seattle is in Washington, and Washington is the 42nd state. And I just told you Elvis died at the age of 42, and Jason Momoa is 42. And I showed you that Seattle's area code is 206, and in between Elvis's birthday and Jason Momoa's birthday was 206 days. And you know what else? Let's see what day of the year August 1st is. What number day of the year? August 1st is the 213th day of the year. And you know that this year the Super Bowl was on 2/13. And February 13th, the day of the Super Bowl, was the 44th day of the year. Okay, and 44 equals the word kill. Okay? So that's the connection to the 213. Because Momoa's birthday, August 1st, is the 213th day of the year. You understand? And Elvis's favorite vacation spot was Hawaii. Okay? And Jason Momoa was born in Hawaii. You see? And look at Jason Momoa. If you don't add his middle name or anything, just what his acting name is right here, it equals 116, which is the 611 backwards, which is the day I'm telling you Elvis returns. I mean, not returns, but his image manifests, his name, his image, whatever, after a spectacular event in Seattle on June 11th, which is 611. Do you understand? I believe that this was some kind of arranged marriage, that they told him he had to marry her, because I'm going to show you why. By the dates of their two births. So Lisa Bonet was born on November 16th, and look, it's that 6111 number. It's got an extra one in November. It's 11, right? But it's got the 16 again. You see? So 11/16, 1967. And I'm going to take his birth date, the exact day he was born, to the exact day she was born. Let's see how many days are in between. Okay, folks, you're about to see supernatural stuff going on, so pay attention. So from her birthday, the day she was born, to the day he was born, it's 4277 days. 4277. So remember, that number was 4277, the days. Elvis died at 42 in the year 77. You see? And remember, Jason Momoa is 42 years old. Anyway, like I said, you cannot have these kind of coincidences. So from the day Lisa Bonet was born to the day he was born, Jason Momoa, is 4277. You see that? Now wait, there's one more thing I need to show you with this. Look how many weeks it is. 611 weeks. There's your 611. Do you see that? 611, the day I'm telling you that Seattle gets struck and somehow Elvis manifests. Do you understand how impossible this is? And interestingly enough, from Elvis's death date to the day he was born, Jason Momoa, it's 1 year, 11 months, and 16 days. Like if you didn't count the 1 year, it'd be 11 months, 16 days. And that's the day Lisa Bonet was born, 11/16. You see that? So if you just went 1 year if you just went to the next time in 1978, it would have been 11 months, 16 days in between. You see? Or 11/17, because I didn't count that day. So it's 11 months, 16 days, or 11 months, 17 days. But it's still an interesting coincidence because she was born on 11/16. You see what I'm saying? 11/16, she was born. And they just recently announced that they're going to get a divorce, or they separated, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on, but it was this month, January. The month that Elvis is born, right? In January. And look, from Elvis's death date to that day that I'm not sure exactly what day it was, but it doesn't matter. It's been 44 years. Look at this number right here that I anyway, but it's been 44 years. Okay? Since Elvis's death. I told you everything's about the 44, the kill number. Anything between 44 and 45 years. Because Trump, I told you, he's the 44th person to become president, and he's the 45th president. Okay? And it's all about the 44-45. All these two predictions that I have that are going to happen. And just look at this number, will you? And 162, you know what the 162 is? That's the 166, because, this is the year 22, right? 162, that's June 11th. The 162nd day of the year is June 11th. Okay, do you understand what I'm showing you? So what is the chance that they break up, their marriage splits at the 162 mark right here? Forget about the last 22 days right here. It doesn't matter anyway, even though it makes, perfect sense because it's the 22 year. But the 162 was for sure going to be in there with the days because, like I said, whether they got separated within the last week or so, you know what I mean? So that's 22 days is like 3 weeks. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it's 44 years from Elvis's death, right? All right. Now, let's see from Elvis's birthday to Jason Momoa's birthday. So again, you're about to see something supernatural. So from Elvis's birthday, January 8th, 1935, the day Elvis was born, to the day Jason Momoa was born, August 1st, 1979. Look at this, will you? First of all, it's 44 years. Okay? Again. But look, it's the 162 again. And I just told you that 162nd day of the year is June 11th. And Elvis died in 77. And you know what happened on June 11th, 1977? That's the day that the horse Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, the biggest race in horse racing. You see? He won the Triple Crown that day, June 11, 1976. The same year Elvis died in 1977. Seattle Slew. You see that? Because I told you this is all about Seattle being destroyed. And I told you it's been 44 years since 1977. The year Elvis died and the year Seattle Slew. So on this day, on June 11th, it'll be 45 years exactly. But from Elvis's death, August 16th, it'll still be 44 years. Okay? So I told you anything between 44 and 45. Seattle Slew. What is the chance that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown the year Elvis died? Okay, I've shown this before 100 times, but the point I'm trying to make is these are not coincidences. June 11th. Come on, man. Seattle Slew. Slew means to kill, destroy. And that's the exact number from Elvis's birthday to the day that Jason Momoa was born is 162, 16,277. But it's 162nd day of the year is June 11th, 162. June 11th, and then the 77 is the year he was born. I mean, the year Elvis died. So that's the June 11th, 77 date of the Seattle Slew. And I told you that right now from Elvis's death to 6/11, see, from Elvis's death to the day I'm telling you Seattle's going to get struck is 44 years it's going to be. You see? And there's a bunch of other stuff I can show you, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get sidetracked. And like I said, I just don't see them together. But, anything's possible. Maybe it wasn't rigged. I don't know. But look how tall he is. I noticed that too, that she's way shorter than he is, right? Oh, before I show you the height, what their heights are, I wanted to show you this. Jason Momoa's mother's name is Coney. Look at that. If you take the I and put it in front, it's icon. That's right. Elvis was an icon. So Lisa Bonet is 5'2". Okay, 5'2". And Jason Momoa is 6'4". So she was 5'2", he's 6'4". So if you took their height Jason 6'4", Lisa's 5'2". You get 11'6". Look at that, will you? You see what I'm saying? This is just ridiculous. And remember, I showed you that Jason Momoa, just this name right here equals 116. Anyway, folks, it's all about the water. Do you understand? Elvis equals water. Elvis is the beast out of the sea. And he's got the sun in his name. You got the man. Okay? He's got all the codes that's necessary. And he's 42 years old. And this brings back memories of a recent death also. And I'm going to show you. Just real quick, let me one more time repeat. So he's got the son. He played Aquaman. So the son and the man. He's 42 years old. Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state where Seattle is. And what is that recent death that it reminds me of? It reminds me of this. You know who this is? This was a movie called 42. You understand? I just showed you all the 42. Movie was called 42. The movie was about a baseball player named Jackie Robinson. It's got the son in the name, right? And who played Jackie Robinson? The 42. Who's this? Who played him in the movie? This is the guy, Chadwick Boseman, the guy who played in the Black Panther movie. And he's got the man in his name, and he was playing a Jackie Robinson. You understand? The man in the sun code. And the movie was called 42. It's a connection to 42. Look at his middle name, Aaron. Elvis Aaron Presley. Look at that. It's got the Aaron. Do you understand what I'm showing you? And what happened to this guy, Chadwick Boseman? He died in 2020, not too long ago, August 28th. You see that? You see all the connections I just showed you? And look where he's born. Anderson. Again with a son. You see that? Because he has the man, right? And he was playing Jackie Robinson, who wore the number 42. And how old was this Chadwick Boseman? So they say he was 43 years old and that he was born in 76, but there is conflicting information about this. See, there's other places where I've seen where it says 1977, and that's the year Elvis was born, you see? So that would have made him 42 years old, not 43. Okay? Like I said, this is not correct, I believe. I believe they changed it because it was going to be too obvious since he played number 40. He played in the movie 42, you get it? And here's another place. Look, I don't know what website this is. It says among people born in 1977. Chadwick Boseman, see? And look at this. There's even, it says conflicting information. Whether he was born in 76 or 77, you see? This is no joke, man. I'm telling you that he was 42. Here's another place. 1977. Not 76. So he was 42. Here's another one. Look, age 42. Here's another article. Age 42. But Google says 43. You see? And this was basically his last interview. And look, he was wearing the number 42 hat, because of the Jackie Robinson movie, right? They say he died of cancer, and that's why he was looking sickly right here. And you want to see how ridiculous this is? So Jackie Robinson Day is usually on April 15th, but because of the COVID in 2020, they changed the date in 2020. Let's see when Jackie Robinson Day was in 2020. So Jackie Robinson Day was moved to August 28th in 2020 because of the pandemic. Okay? And who died on August 28th? Chadwick Boseman died that day. Can you believe this, man? The day that Jackie Robinson Day was celebrated that year. And that's the guy who played Jackie Robinson, you know. Do you understand how ridiculous this is? Anyway, depending on which birthday you use for him, whether it's the 1976 year or the 77, it changes everything because there's some good numbers connected to Elvis and Trump to him. Okay, but I'm not going to even show it and convolute this video any more than it is. But look, notice that they are both like superheroes. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I said, something's fishy here, folks. Like I said, this is only a hunch, folks. Like I'm trying to tell you. I'm only trying to use the brain that God gave me to put these pieces of the puzzle together. All right? I'm not saying that it's 100%. I'm just saying that it's something to look for. Anyway, folks, make sure you watch this video again because it's really important. End of video.